All right, everybody. I'm going to take you out on the 4.2 100 wing with a 38 tail, and we're going to go for a little eFoil cruise and just kind of have a great session. So join me. So we're just going to kind of taxi out. So what's kind of the important stuff really is I'm running on level 7 just because it's a little less twitchy, but just a good number for me to kind of cruise. And we got a little roll and swell, nothing crazy, but just super fun. I'm on a 32-inch mast. It's totally changes the game on an eFoil in my opinion. You just have more leverage, more room to kind of carve and turn. I really like this 100. It's just exciting. It's the roll's insane. So definitely worth recommending for everybody. And you can start with like a 38 back and work your way down to like a 32. To me, that's like a great setup, but 38 super nice and mellow. Let's get going. So when I first get started, all I do is I increase my speed and I try to shift my weight to the front. And the reason why is I'm just trying to get the board to plane over. And once it starts to plane out, once that nose is nice and flat, all I'm gonna do is just hold a nice steady speed. And then I just slowly go up. I don't rush to my feet when I'm first getting going. I just kind of, you know, whether it's your front foot up or your back foot, you just want to get comfortable and, you know, get your feet nice and fixed. I'm still weight's really far forward, so I'm keeping that nose down. The board's not flying yet. And I'm just gonna kind of offset my feet a hair. And the reason I like that is just a little bit more leverage when I go side to side. But you kind of adjust your feet as you ride depending on what you're doing. So anyhow, I like a little bit more of a wide stance, maybe just because I'm not that good, so a little more control. The goal is to be nice and steady with my trigger, and all I'm looking to do is just use my weight to shift up or down depending on if I need more height or lower, and that just helps make things easier when I foil, I guess, versus if I'm on off the trigger a lot, it'll change everything I ride in a big way. But what's nice about this setup is, you know, with the 100, the roll is going to be really, really sharp, so it's really easy to tilt it over. And then obviously the longer mast just gives me more leverage, so I can really kind of lay into things and do what I want to do. And the 4.2 is just so nimble, feels like nothing's under your feet, so spectacular. I totally recommend it. And this is it. This is flying over the ocean, literally having the time of your life. I mean, this is why we do this, is because you can ride around and just enjoy this amazing feeling of hovering and, you know, see sharks and animals and mammals and whatever. But you're also just like a magic carpet above the water. So it's truly a feeling that you can't describe. You gotta contact one of our LIFT affiliates around the world. Make sure to take a lesson. It'll totally blow your mind, and definitely bring your wife and kids. I think you'll be surprised with how user-friendly it is and how awesome it is. Just the little minor weight shifts if needed when I'm riding. So if I need to like counter forward, I just I can use my hips really easy and adjust it quite simply if I needed to just adjust that weight shift. But really it comes down to a little bit of a forward aft with your hips or your feet, and to me that's just nice and steady with the trigger. My trigger doesn't change, it's just one steady speed. But man, this 4.2 just rips like, I don't know, I can't even describe it. I just feel like people need to know how awesome this sport is, because you can literally carve on waves or swell, and it's the same feeling as, I used to ski race, and it's just making that carve is such an incredible feeling, you know? So I think that's what we love about this sport, and you can literally lay into everything and just have that feeling that's like no other. And so that's kind of why we do this. And as you can see, what's really cool is, once you kind of control that remote and you get things nice and steady, then it's just little micro movements with your body to control the forward or aft or your turn. I'm just steering my weight. I'm just trying to stay nice and balanced on the eFoil. But what's cool is you can just take it to whatever level you want. And that's why we do this. It's absolutely the coolest feeling ever. I mean, just to have this foil cruising along, I mean, there's nothing like this. You're just flying above the water, just free, and you can just carve into anything. You can just lay into a wave. It's so cool. I mean, it really is such an amazing sport, and what you can do is pretty mind-blowing. So lift foils, baby. Get yourself an eFoil and you can just sit here and carve around and just rip turns and do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. Oh my gosh, this feeling is just mind-blowing. I mean, you're literally just carving. You can literally sit here and just roll it over side to side and carve and fly and arc and just literally rip around. It's insane what you can do and what these eFoils can handle. And then you can take this to your wing foiling or kite foiling or wake foiling, and now you've just taken your ability and really brought it to another level. Then your foiling game is on par. And then you have a baby, and then everything goes downhill because you have zero time. But you still love it, you still enjoy it. This is why we do it, just to enjoy this beautiful feeling of flying above the water, just cruising around. It's such an amazing feeling to just carve and cruise and just cut lines into whatever you want. I mean, it's just, I don't know. You gotta just take a lesson. It's totally worth it. I promise you, you will not be let down. Or just pull the trigger and go for it and buy one and live your best life. There's nothing like riding an eFoil. Oh, look at this little swell coming in. I can just lay into it. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. What an awesome feeling it is to just cruise around. There's nothing like it, people. Time to live your best life, doing something you love. This is eFoiling, one of the coolest things you can do. Sometimes you just gotta sit here and enjoy what Mother Nature has given you. And I'm out here dead silent on this beautiful electric eFoil, just carving lines. Just getting there one with the water, just loving it. Oh, it's so awesome. I mean, to be able to just sit here and just lay into carves, hover above the ocean and just cruise is like nothing like it. All right, folks, and that's it. Living your best life on an eFoil. Got to get yourself one. Take a lesson. Look up liftfoils.com. Find an affiliate near you. And get out there and do this. It is totally worth it. It's one of the coolest things you can do. I'm telling you, you will not be let down. I'm just telling you, it's one of the neatest things I've done in life. And I love sharing it with people. And I hope you all can get on one. And until then, we'll see you guys on the water. We love you. Thank you for subscribing and joining this journey of inspiring people to live their best life. On that note, sending it off into the horizon.